Welcome back to Charlie's Kitchen. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Now let's go on and get into this video. So if you're looking for rice that is gluten-free, which I've been looking for, and I found this on Amazon. Amazon is not paying me anything to show this rice. But anyway, it's gluten-free, non-GMO, and it says BPA free. Okay, so this is a royal blend of brown rice, white rice, and what is the other thing in here? Wild rice and red is what's mixed in here. So this is it made already. Okay, so I already got that made. Just to let you guys in on what I'm making today, I'm making a chicken bowl, and I want it like a teriyaki chicken bowl, which brings us to the vegetables I'm putting in there. Okay, so we're gonna move that to the side. So I'm going to put my California blend, which is broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. And what I did was go to, what's their name now? Costco. And I got their chicken and just shredded it up. So everything is pretty much done for me to start the process of making my chicken bowl. And that's what we're going to be having for dinner. And I made sure to get my favorite teriyaki glaze. So this is the glaze that I'm using. I've never opened it, so today will be the first time opening it. And you can use this, as you can see, for baking, for grilling, or even a teriyaki bowl like what I'm doing today. So I'll be back in just a sec so we can get all of this started. See you soon. Don't go nowhere. As a FYI as well, before we get into the cooking process, they also have this rice in a long grain. Don't try to get me saying that word, in rice. So a long grain white rice, also gluten-free, BPA free, and non-GMO. Okay, so if you want to get that, just go ahead and put it in the comments if you like the link to it, and I could put the link to these two different rices so that you could get them and live your best healthy life. See you in a bit. So I started off by putting my vegetables in the pan, and so we're going to just start off with the vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and put the meat in there next. And we're going to do all this in one pan. And I have a 12-inch frying pan that I'm using today. So everything is going to go in the same pan. So we're not doing a whole lot of transferring and dirtying up. Just a one pan type of deal. And just mix up that chicken with the vegetables. And the vegetables are frozen, obviously. And so, you know, that little frozen part of the vegetables, that's going to actually thaw out. You know, you're going to get some liquid from that, right? And so that's what we want. And I'm not putting any seasoning because we're going to be using this glaze. And this glaze is salty enough. So the only thing we have to do is just cook our vegetables through. Everything else is cooked already, right? And so simple and easy. I wanted to start cooking early this morning. Right now it's 9:34 to be exact, specific standard time, because it's been really hot here already. And so I want to make sure that I'm getting my cooking done for dinner time before it gets too hot. So all we have to do is just heat up. Okay? So now I'm ready to go ahead and put my rice in there. And I'm just going to kind of eye it. Now, if you don't want to use these different rices like I did, you can also just use white rice, okay? But I kind of wanted to try something different. And if you're like me, you want to try something different, want your food to look a little different every time you're cooking, you know, because then you get bored, right? And I'm a person that gets bored, so I need flavors. I need to change it up and all of that good stuff. Because you don't want to eat the same thing, you know, and you want it to be healthy. That's the great thing about doing it in your kitchen, you know, cooking in your kitchen, is because you know exactly what you're putting in your food. You know what you want to eat. Like, say for instance, I have to stay away from gluten. You don't know if what you're having at the restaurant, unless they put it on their menu, right, if it's gluten-free, right? And then you come home, you having a allergic reaction of some sort, and I've been there before. And so I keep my EpiPen close to me. And that's why I don't eat out a lot unless it's something that I know that I won't have a reaction to. But just to give you like a side story, you guys, I went to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants over here for my birthday last year. And my friend had took me out for dinner or what have you. And they have a Mexican rice that I've always loved, because most of the places out here, when they do Mexican rice, they put corn in it. I'm allergic to corn, right? So needless to say, I got the Mexican rice this time there, and now they put corn in it. And so I just told my friend after I got my plate, you know, girl, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick the corn out. Excuse me. At least that's what I thought I was gonna do. Just pick the corn out. I should be fine, right? So my vegetables are getting tender, by the way. And so that's what I'm loving to see. And I think I'm gonna use all of the rice now that I have in this container. And that was made in the rice cooker. So that's something that you could do ahead of time. I did that last night, and had my daughter to shred the chicken last night and put it in a Ziploc bag. And then this morning, everything is pretty much done. And all we have to do is just get all this together. So anyway, going back to my story, right? So I'm thinking, and I'm adding the teriyaki glaze now. And so I'm thinking, right, that I could just pick the corn out. Now, I've had reactions before where I ended up in the hospital, but I'm like, I never, like, ate something that corn was in. So I told my friend, I said, well, then we'll see what my reaction will be, right? Because when you do have food allergies, the only way you're going to know that something is going to affect you is to kind of test it out, right? And so I know I'm allergic to corn, but I picked the corn out. You know, that probably wasn't the popular thing to do, right? But I did it anyway, so I take full responsibility for it, right? And I started eating the rice. Well, into the process, I want to say 2 to 5 minutes into the process, my friend tells me, Charlotte, and y'all know that's my name. That's my real name. It's Charlotte. Everybody calls me Charlie as a nickname. Okay. So anyway, she said, Charlotte, your face is plumping up, particularly your cheek area. I'm seeing a bubbling starting. Because I've had situations where my ears swell up, my mouth swells up, my eyes, my ears, that kind of thing. And so she says, we need to get out of here and go get you something. Because I think you're having a food allergy. And I said, really? I didn't feel it. But when I touched my face, it was pretty numb, right? And that happens sometimes too. So anyway, I put the flyer, by the way, on low, you guys. And it's looking good, smelling good too. So this is definitely something that you can do in your kitchen. So needless to say, you guys, getting back to the story, right? I had to go to Walgreens. And then when we get in there, I'm allergic to dyes as well. So a lot of the medication for a food allergy had dye in it. So I'm looking for one that's clear. And we couldn't find it. So we go from shelf to shelf. And I'm looking for one that's clear so I could get it. I said, even if they have the clear gels, then I could get that, right? Well, we finally found it, and I was able to take, you know, some of it in the store to make sure that it doesn't go any further. So that day, I had to do that like maybe 4 times for the day because it kept coming back. And so, yeah, that was my situation. So getting back to doing healthy food in your kitchen that you know is good for you is what you want, right? Because you want to not have issues like I have. Look at that up close and personal. I'm going to taste it. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm not over exaggerating when I tell you, and I'm sorry if I'm smacking, that is so good. So good. So I'm just going to leave it on a low fire. Let all the flavors blend in just a little bit more for maybe a good 2 to 5 minutes, and we're done. That is dinner. See how easy that is? Super duper easy. The vegetables, the California blend is something that you could always leave in your freezer. I always have peas as well. Peas and carrots, or peas by itself, that I could add to something so that I could get my vegetable as well. So those are easy tips that you can use in your kitchen as well for a meal for your family. Really, really quick and easy, and also affordable. Completely affordable. The chicken was, I think it was less than $6 at Costco. The blend of vegetables was like $2. The rice was probably the most expensive, and that was like $7. But if you think about that, that's under 20. And you can have this for leftovers as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can show your love and support for the channel and for me particularly as Chef Charlie by just leaving a comment, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye from my kitchen to yours.